Hi, I'm known as Vicky Ketjon from Portugal. My name is Isabel, and several names that never end, so I'm not going to tell them all. We, the Portuguese, like lots of names. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to deeply thank the members of the European Parliament that invite us to support the European Citizens Initiative. It is with my great gratitude and heart that I will say, in behalf of the Portuguese people, thank you very much for this opportunity, and for our Lusitan soul finally are represented here in this Parliament, the Portuguese soul. Sam, thank you very much. We have never, thank you. Maybe I'll start crying in the middle, we never know, you know. We have never experienced a moment as in the last 3 years. People are afraid to say what they stand for, afraid to say what they are thinking. The suppression of dissident voices has and is well calculated. Move across the mainstream through censorship, disqualification of truth, repeating daily false reports of virus, death, war, crime, and now about a simple fact of biology gender. At the beginning of 2020, thousands of scientists, doctors, health professionals were silenced. Accounts and holders of sovereign bodies in many countries were censored. Hundreds of thousands of posts were deleted out from brainwashing, censorship, and condition of all kinds of freedom movements. The neurolinguistic method used by repeating a narrative succeeds in frightening most people into an unspeakable obedience. Now they are using it again. In Portugal, as well in many other countries, access to health, medical treatments, consultation, diagnosis and surgery have been cancelled. The consequences of these measures are too serious to be ignored here or all over the world. And these consequences will last for several years yet to come. The loss of many lives, and that has a name: genocide. It's very evident that the world is the victim of someone that holds the power and the puppets, with no empathy whatsoever for anyone. The imposition of the respective certificates has never been less than an insult to our intelligence and freedom. The pushback the same certificate will deprive us all for the beginning and the principal pillars of sovereignty and freedom. Make no mistake, all of this due to National Socialist left, extreme left, and many others disguised as something else policies, but all in collusion for the implementation of extreme poverty in Europe countries. They are creating the foundation of frightening regimes where values are inverted. The invasion of our lives, the control of our money, impeding the growth of our quality of life is our reality now. The state exists today to destroy, punish, persecute and expropriate us from everything, even our soul. And suicide increases because of despair. Somewhere, at some point, the values became inverted and life means nothing to these people. About my country, Portugal, the Portugal people, I'm sorry. I told you I'll start crying. Each time I talk about my country, the Portuguese people are being strangled by taxes and more taxes and terrible decisions to end the opportunity of work and growth. Maternity wards and pediatric wards are closed. Our cities are full of homeless people. Too many lost their houses to banks that double their raise interest too soon with no warrant. I wonder what are the Portuguese parliamentarians doing here in this house, what they are doing about this and so much more I will have to say. This European formula is not working for us anymore. It is time for the European Union to recognize that we are on the brink, on the end of the European social project. It doesn't exist. What exists now does not represent European people, where they are almost no Europeans at all. That's one other reason, amongst many other reasons, that people, as well as this Parliament, must support the European Citizens' Initiative in order to become truly a project to safeguard us and not to destroy and exclude us from our homeland and safety. The solution is to work with us and not against us, so this Parliament become our European home again. Finally, we don't ask, we legitimately demand that these rights, the rights of children, must be respected in the first place, and that this whole doctrine of sexualization with a clear path towards the normalization of pedophile ends right now. May this institution emanate with dignity that respect for the innocents and for all families without any distinction of orientation. Family is family, no matter what, as long as they defend and preserve the dignity, respect and safety of a child. I know that because I'm the mother of 5 and grandmother of 7. Children do not belong to the state or any organization whatsoever. Our human rights are inalienable, just like our freedom, and we do not recognize the WHO legitimacy to decide strictly anything about our lives. The World Health Organization aims for countries to surrender their sovereignty. But let me say this very clear. No one has the authority to hand over the sovereignty of a people to a third party without clear information and total consent, and if they do so by changing or overstep our constitution, it will be high treason to homeland. And this is the most important reason for every country, every single person, support, enjoy the European Citizens' Initiative, so together we live a legacy of truth, democracy, security and freedom for the future of humanity. Today, with the strength of this initiative and your strength, your example, the parliamentarians that invite us here and support us through all these years, these 3 years, may the world and Portugal listen to these words and support our initiative. And for my fellow resilience and resistance people in Portugal, I will always end like we always do. People like all of us, we never give up. Thank you very much for having me and listening to me. Thank you. Obrigada.